Hi, I'm Nancy. Welcome to my channel, Running with Scissors. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you a pair of shorts and a top I made to wear this summer. And also, I bought some linen fabric and a few other odds and ends. Stay tuned. Okay, I usually try and tell you what I'm wearing down in the comments, but I thought today it'd be easier if I just show you what I'm wearing. The dress I have on today is a McCall's 8281, the one the model has on. I made this with some double gauze. I think I got it from Hobby Lobby. I love it. It's comfortable. I've worn it several times in the heat. I think I made it 2 years ago, and I've worn it out in the heat, and it is so cool and comfortable, and I love it, and I really do need to make some more. Okay, I like to wear dresses. Like I said, I wore this dress. I've got several dresses I like to wear when it's hot because I think dresses are cooler, but sometimes you just need some shorts. So I decided to try another pair of shorts. I've made these shorts before. It's Simplicity A651. And they're elasticated, and you can have a little tie in the front. They got ties on the side, or you don't have to have a tie at all because it's the elastic that holds it up. But I went ahead and put a little twill tape in just because I think it's pretty. So here's what I made. They have side seam pockets. And I'll try this on for you in a little bit. And I think this is some of that fabric I bought from the sewing collaborative in my area. Now, for the top. It's hard to find fabric that actually matches this. I found some at Hobby Lobby in a knit, but it was too thin, and I actually made a top out of that. It was just too thin, so I went ahead and made it out of woven, and I used this New Look 6543. Now, I did a few things different. The back of it has a seam. I cut the front and back on the fold. I didn't want the seam. I also didn't do the little keyhole in the back because I can slide it over my head. I also do not like facings. I made my other top with facings, and they always seems like they're sticking out. So I went ahead and did not do facings, and I just did some bias binding. Now, I'll show you the top. If you use the facings, you'll get a nice clean point, like what she has on. Using the bias binding, I didn't get quite the point, but to tell you the truth, when I try it on, I don't hate it. Let me show it to you. Here it is. It has a little side slits. I said I just tried on. It's not my best work. I tell you, it's not my best work. It does seem to kind of gather here and there because I use the bias binding. But when I try it on with the shorts, I don't hate it. So sometimes you just have to go with the flow, and no, it's not my best. But it does match the shorts, I think. And like I said, I'll try those on for you and let you see how it looks. So, but I just really hate facings on a sleeveless top. It just drives me crazy, but you'll see what I mean. Tell me if you like it. Maybe I boo-booed on this one. Who knows? Okay. Now, what else do I have to tell you? You all know I'm kind of crazy about my tape measures. See, I've got the tape measures here. You can see there's a chicken, and there's a cat, and there's a dog, and a frog, a little cup. There's a little ladybug. There's a toadstool with a ladybug on it, and there's a crab. I get these all at Cracker Barrel. Well, like I said, my family thinks I'm all nuts, but I had to get another one. Look at this. It's a flamingo. And when you pull its feet, isn't that cute? I just love it. Now, this other one, the little tag on it calls it a blue octopus. And it does have 8 little tentacles. But when I was looking at it, tell me what you think. Do you think it looks more like a blue octopus? I think it kind of looks like a jellyfish. What do you think? I mean, that was my first thought. It was a jellyfish. And then, as I said, I saw the tag and it said a blue octopus. But I don't know. I kind of think it looks more like a jellyfish to me. But pretty cute, huh? Yeah, I'm kind of nuts. Let's see, I had this one up here leaning. If I can get her to lean, and I'll put this one over by the crab. So yes, I do have a problem with tape measures. Okay, let's look about, let's talk about the fabric. I had been looking for some linen fabric, and I was watching Karen on KGFL Creations, and she had bought some linen fabric, and she bought it from, it's called fabrics-store.com, and she really liked it, and I thought, well, I'll give it a try. Now, I want to make a pair of white linen pants. I'm going to use this 6216, everybody's favorite. Talking to you, Carol. I made a pair of these pants for my last cruise, and I use a black linen blend. And I want to make these pants again. And this is, it's called Optic White. I've not washed it yet, but there it is. And I really want a pair of linen pants. Nice and cool. Now, this next fabric, I bought 3 yards, I believe. Is it? Yeah, I bought 3 yards of this. Now, this next fabric is funny. I love the color. And after I bought it, I realized, I think Karen bought the same one, and I had to, I pulled up her video, and sure enough, this is called Marina, and isn't that the prettiest blue? But she bought the same color, and what I want to make with this is McCall's A342. What she has on, but not as long. I just don't like my dresses that long, but I think that would be really cool for the summer, and all the buttons down the front. So that's what I'm going to make with this. So, and I'm definitely going to be taking these on my cruise, going on a cruise in about 2 months, the first weekend of September. So let's see, what else can I talk to you about? Well, that's the sewing. I didn't get a lot of sewing done last week. That's why I didn't have a video, because I took a little trip with my son and his family. First, we went down to Gatlinburg and spent 3 nights down there. And I'll put some pictures at the end of my husband and me in Gatlinburg. And then we all drove up to Greensboro, North Carolina. She just turned 13 actually last week. She is in gymnastics at the YMCA. And every year they have nationals. Let's see, 3 years ago we went to Cincinnati for the nationals. And the year after that, we actually flew to Philadelphia for the nationals. Last year was in Wisconsin, and she decided not to go. She waited till she moved up a level, and this time it was in Greensboro. Now, of the other couple times that she went, she never made it on the platform, first, second, third. I think they go up to maybe 5th, and she never made it. She's been on the platform when she does it at home because she's only going against one other team. But this is national. I forgot. I think they said there were 18 states there. And of course, they do it by your level, by your group. You're not competing against everybody there. Well, anyway, she made it to the podium 2 times. She got there for her floor exercises. It's so pretty. And she made it the vault. And that vault's just crazy. I mean, running, and oh my gosh, I'd be in the hospital if I tried any of that. And especially if I tried the balance beam, that would probably, incapacitate me for life. So real tickled that she made to the podium twice. So that's what I did a couple weeks ago. That's why I didn't get any sewing done, and I just didn't have anything to talk about last week. So I don't want to just stick a video out there and not show you anything. Also, too, I did spin, and you saw that already. I spun for my first Wheel of Fate, and I still need to do that. I've already picked what I want to do. You hear people talk about being retired and they have just so much time on their hands. You know what? My mother even said the same thing. Retired, but you're so busy. There's so many things you want to do and places you want to go and people you want to see that you just feel like you have less time than you did when you were working. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be back next week. I'm hoping to have something made with that first Wheel of Fate spin so we can spin again. So y'all take care. I'll see you next week. God bless. Goodbye.